Have you heard about the U.S. hiker who disappeared, but kept updating his Instagram? This one is truly chilling. In 2019, an experienced hiker named Derek Hale set off into Colorado's vast San Juan Mountains. He was supposed to be back in 3 days. He never returned. Massive search and rescue operations were launched, involving helicopters, dogs, and dozens of volunteers. They scoured the rugged terrain for 9 grueling days but found absolutely nothing. No gear, no footprints, no sign of Derek. Officially, the search was called off, and Derek was presumed to have had a tragic accident. But then something strange happened. His Instagram account, which had been silent, suddenly became active again. A new photo appeared. It was a picture of a dense, unfamiliar forest trail, unlike any in the area he was supposed to be hiking. His followers were confused. Was he okay? Was this a delayed post? A few days later, another photo. This one was a blurry close-up of pine needles on the ground. Then another, the dark, gaping mouth of a cave. The posts were cryptic, with no captions. People started getting scared. In one selfie that appeared, Derek's face was visible, but he looked terrified. His eyes were red and swollen, as if he'd been crying for days. The final post was the one that truly horrified everyone. It was another selfie, but in the dark background, just over his shoulder, something was visible. It was a shape. Tall and naturally thin with long, spindly limbs. It looked almost like a spider standing on 2 legs, lurking in the shadows behind him. His followers went into a frenzy, tagging the police, begging for someone to find him. The authorities took this new evidence seriously and managed to track the login location for the Instagram posts. The signal pinged from deep within a canyon, an area so remote and inaccessible it had no cell service whatsoever. It was a digital ghost, a signal from a place where no signal should exist. To this day, Derek Hale has never been found. But his Instagram account still posts one new photo every single year, always on the exact same day he disappeared. Each photo is more unsettling than the last. A dark corner, a strange symbol carved into a tree, a shadow that doesn't belong. It's like he's still out there, documenting his own nightmare. Ready for another one. This story comes from the depths of Reddit and will make you think twice about what's outside your door at night. Have you heard about the Reddit user who asked for help, then vanished in the middle of his own thread? In 2017, a user calling himself Nightwatch89 made a frantic post on a popular paranormal forum. His title was simple: "There's someone standing outside my apartment every night, and I don't know what to do." He explained that for the past week, every single night at exactly 2:14 a.m., he would look out his peephole and see a man standing silently in the hallway. Just standing there, not moving, not making a sound. The Reddit community immediately jumped in with advice. "Call the police," was the most common response. But here's where it got weird. Nightwatch89 replied that he couldn't. He said the man wasn't always there. He only appeared in the moments between blinks, or when he would look away and quickly look back. The man was tall and wore an old-fashioned suit, but his face was always in shadow, impossible to make out. The user was terrified, convinced he was losing his mind. He tried staying awake, staring at the door, but the exhaustion always got to him. And every time he blinked, he'd see the figure in the hallway maybe just a little bit closer than before. He decided to try and capture proof. He set up his phone to record the hallway through the peephole. He posted updates in the thread, his messages getting more and more frantic. He wrote that he could hear faint scratching on the door, but when he'd check, there was nothing there. The community was hooked, refreshing the page for updates, trying to help this stranger on the internet. Then, he uploaded one final image. It was a photo taken through his peephole. The hallway was dark and blurry, but there was no mistaking it. At the far end of the hall, a tall, slender figure stood there. It was motionless. Beneath the photo, Nightwatch89 typed a new comment. "He's closer tonight." The thread went wild. People were begging him to get out of the apartment, to call a friend, to do anything. Minutes passed with no response. The entire thread held its breath. Then, the account posted one last message. It wasn't a sentence or a plea for help. It was a single word, "inside," and then silence. The account never posted again. Alarmed, the forum moderators managed to trace the user's IP address to an apartment building and immediately alerted the local authorities, fearing the worst. When the police arrived, they found the apartment. But the door was locked from the outside. They had to force it open. Inside, the apartment was completely empty. There were no signs of a struggle. Everything was neat, except for a phone lying on the floor by the front door, still pointed at the peephole. The user, Nightwatch89, was gone. He was never seen or heard from again. What do you think happened to him and the hiker, Derek Hale? Were these elaborate hoaxes, or is something more sinister lurking just beyond our perception, in the static of our screens and the darkness of our hallways? The internet is full of these modern legends, stories that blur the line between reality and nightmare. What are the darkest legends from your corner of the world? Comment your country down below, and I'll find its most terrifying tale to share in a future video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy diving into the unknown, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Stay safe out there.